All right, everybody. Asia Thigpen is going to be joining us soon. This is like episode like 6 of Kenan's House of Volley. My voice is gone from coaching all weekend, but super excited to have, oh my gosh, somebody from Kentucky up in here. As I'm saying,
Hey.
I'm saying, um,
Okay.
um,
Okay, W. I see that
yeah,
Madison
come
has
on,
had.
W. My girls popped off,
Yay.
actually undefeated. We didn't drop a set. Period. Oh, okay, Miss
How are
Queen.
you?
So good. My voice is kind of gone, but other
I
than
totally
that,
understand.
you look amazing. Come on,
Huh.
face.
Hot yoga.
Oh, girl, I swear.
That sweat glow.
That sweat glow. Um, how have you been? How's after being in the finals and just having a little bit off? I mean, you're back on campus already, right?
Yeah. So, I roommate with Ava, and I just Morgan moved in. So she's awesome. I love her so much.
Good.
Yeah, she's awesome. And then I think took me a couple days to like, I feel like I still had like adrenaline from the match. And
Yeah.
I refused to like look at social media or anything just because it was like so sad. But yeah, I still see like, because they always replay like the final match all the time. So I'll be like, I was like working out in my local gym and I just like see my face like crying on the TV and I'm like, okay,
No.
perf, perf. But yeah, I'm glad to
No.
be back. I
Glad
need
to
to
be
be.
back, but also it's such an accomplishment to make that game. And like Eva said in her post-game interview, like 2 sets does not define just how good the season
Yeah.
was for you
Yeah.
guys, like
Yeah,
at
it was
all.
just like so hard because it's hard for like people that aren't in the program to like understand like our group was so special. Like you don't see like team chemistry like that very often. And so it was just really sad when we like didn't win because I feel like the national championship would just be like the cherry on top of like this group is so special. But yeah, just I just have to keep reminding myself like we had an awesome season. We had two national championships or two SEC championships, and then yeah, just not letting that final match define us.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you wanna, well, so let's back it up now because I feel like you are so special for the team because like, I mean, also I've just heard rumors that you were recruited as a libero. I don't actually know if that was ever true or
Yeah.
not.
It
And I was gonna say, so like, do you want to talk about how you were recruited as that and how your role quickly changed and like how it's changed like year to year and like what
Mhm.
you kind of expect growth wise moving forward?
Yeah, so I have kind of like a weird like upbringing. So I hit like all throughout high school, all throughout club. I was kind of like the ball control outside. So then when I was getting recruited, I kind of had like both options to go hit at schools or go pass at schools. And so I really liked Kentucky and I really liked Craig. And so I was committed originally as libero. And so then during preseason, the opportunity to hit came up. And so, like I was starting hitting in practice and people were like, whoa, like she can hit. I'm like, guys, like I've literally hit for like 10
Right.
plus years. But yeah. And then so just kind of got a lot of opportunity to play last year and then got hurt a good amount. Like I sprained both of my MCLs. So just working through that. All of last year and then definitely in the spring just prioritizing like my knee mobility. Like I've been doing a lot of yoga to focus on just like overall like fluidity and like movement and stuff.
Mhm.
And then last so Eva came, very hard to beat out obviously.
Right.
And so I was telling Craig, I'm like, I don't care where I play, like put me somewhere, I just want to be on the court. Like and I think he really does a good job of like he doesn't put players in boxes. Like you've seen that with the Zani Taylor. She's like a
Period.
5'9" middle right side. Like she's freaking awesome.
I love her.
And so yeah, just we had that conversation early. Practice on the right side for a little bit. I did not think that I could play right side just because of my size. But again, like Craig does a really good job of not putting us in boxes. And so, yeah, trained a little bit on the right side for like a month and a half before the Nebraska game. And then just spent kind of that season just learning a lot of new stuff, blocking and, yeah, attacking. So, yeah.
Period. I love that so much. And it's crazy because I feel like people that don't really play don't understand just how different outside and right side are. Like
I
they
know.
are so different. Like
Yeah.
different approaches, different ways to turn your hips into the ball. Like there's just
Yes.
so many biomechanical differences
Yes.
in both
Yes.
positions.
I totally agree. I was Leah Edmond practiced with us for a little bit and I was like, Dude, like it's so different. Like it's so hard to track, especially like I feel like I struggle the
Yeah.
most in like the medium balls because you have to like track over your shoulder and then to your right and then still find ways to like see in front of you with the blockers. And so she helped me out a good amount in the beginning of the season. But yeah, definitely different. The blocking is crazy hard. That was really hard for me, especially something that's not like the longest and tallest. But yeah.
Mhm. But always things to work on, and as
Yes.
you have proven everyone that like you're going to make it happen, you know. Um, so what's next for you? Like, do you want to talk about like what you hope your role is, you know,
Mhm.
next season and more? And I mean, you have like a natural leadership quality, so like, you know, as you're getting into the upperclassmen years, are you wanting to kind of like step into that like more leadership role on the team as well?
Yeah, I feel like this year and hopefully next, I feel like this year was a really big like year for me, just like leadership wise and using my voice. I feel like it's really hard to come in as a freshman and like have a strong voice, being super vocal and stuff. And so I feel like last year I really worked on that and then just carrying that vocalness onto this year. And then yeah, I just told Craig, I was like, I honestly really liked right side. Like I don't really care what side I play on. I just really want to find ways to stay on the court. Like I feel like um yeah, just working on my ball control and like defense and serving just so I can like be that sixth row either right side or outside.
Period. And I love that. I love that. And do you want to talk about how like because I feel like your freshman year to your sophomore year, like you were saying how tight knit you all were last year, I feel like it was pretty obvious watching just how different like your freshman year the team was to last year.
Yeah.
This past season. I feel like it was just like night and day, like how cohesive everybody was.
Hmm.
And like I don't know, maybe we're missing just like that also like the fire on the court. Like I feel like it was a pretty steady group under like Emma Grome. Like she's pretty steady. She doesn't have a lot of like ebbs and flows with energy. And you know,
Hmm.
Cassie's pretty fiery too, and you are and Eva. And I think it helps having those people on the court. But do you wanna maybe talk about the differences?
Yeah, I think just like overall demeanor, like there's nothing wrong with like being like a little bit nonchalant, but I feel
Mhm.
like our group and kind of like our core, we do really well and like when we're very intense and we kind of hit we talk about like with our sports like a flow state when we all get in this like rhythm and like you can see it in like especially the big matches where we perform really well, like second half of like the Texas SEC match or like the Texas match or like the Creighton match, just like us being like very fluid and it's almost like we're on kind of like autopilot with each other. And I feel like we can reach that like flow state because we're so close and like we really prioritize like hanging out off the court and like meeting with coffee if we wanted to get like gelato or something like that. And it also really helped that like we had our whole team from January all the way until like December, which is
That is
super
nice.
rare and like you don't see a lot of that, especially with like freshmen, like will come in transfers, but we had all of our transfers and then like we had all of our freshmen. And so yeah, we just had that like chemistry literally like building and building like for an entire year.
That it's a huge difference maker because I went to the Under Armour All-American game like last year, and I noticed that like the incoming freshmen that were in that game that didn't come in the spring, I noticed. I mean, this might just be like you know coincidence, but I noticed the people that waited until the you know summer, they got like less playing time. I feel like it
It's hard,
coming
yeah.
early, you get to so many more reps with the team. I think it helps a huge amount. And so are you all going to get a lot of your freshmen? I mean, obviously you just said you have Morgan already.
Hmm.
Are you getting a lot of your freshmen in the spring, or are some of them going to wait?
Yeah, so we have Belle and Sid here, and then we have three more. But yeah, I think it gets hard when you have that big of a class to get five to come early. But I think just like overall, our core is going to do a really good job of welcoming them in, and yeah, just working on that team chemistry early.
Yeah, and then are you going to try to, you know, Eva's like such a big presence on and off the court, and I feel like she really helped just like take the culture up a notch. So like
Hmm.
I mean I hope obviously, but like is that kind of like what the goal is to like hit that same kind of intensity where I feel like you all did a really good job of some teams struggle with like holding each other accountable and like being bitchy for a lack of better word to each other, and like I feel like you all did so good, but like in the lows just being like we're fine, we just have
Yeah,
to like score, you know.
yeah. I
And
feel like,
yeah,
wait, sorry, you go. I just cut you
no,
off.
no,
Okay.
you're fine.
So like basically like I don't know which game it was to be announcer. We were down like a lot. I think this might be the Texas match versus the SEC tournament. but we were down like so much, and like our bench was like we were still like smiling and stuff. And so I think the announcers was like, wow, like Kentucky seems so like cool right now. Like they do not seem flustered and stuff. And so I think that's something that we like really try and prioritize, especially when we're like down or something. It's like if we are negative on the court and then we bring it to the bench, like there's literally no point in taking the time out. And so just like finding ways to stay positive and like just like chill. Like we talked a lot about like joy and like why did we start playing volleyball? Like we started playing volleyball because it's fun. And so like even if you get to the pros and when you're playing in college, like not losing that like initial reason of why we played. And so, like, literally, our best games were all like laughing and joking on the court. Like, it's never too, like, we always have to remind ourselves, like, it's just a game. Like, if we're playing a game with like all of our best friends, like, this is fun. Like, playing in huge arenas versus great teams is fun.
Yeah, I also live a lot by that when I coach my 18s. Like today, we're like in the finals, and I was like, "You all already put the work in to get here, so like just have fun
It's
and like
fun. It's fun.
let the work do itself. Like you don't need to stress out. It's a like you're in the finals. You did the work to get
Yes.
here. You put in the work in practice every practice.
Yeah.
So no reason like let your hard work speak for itself and just play.
Yeah.
And like I'm really big on like that. I don't like the intensity and like if you make one or two mistakes, like trying to find a sub or call a timeout, like
Yeah.
you will figure it out. You like as you get older, you don't need interruptions and whatnot. So
Yeah.
I think that Kentucky
Yeah.
does
Yes. I totally agree.
that. I'm trying to think of other questions I might have. I mean, hopefully pro is in your future. I mean, I think if you want it to be, it is. But is
Mhm.
that something you would like to do is play pro?
I've been thinking about it. I think if I played pro, I definitely want to go overseas because I don't know, I get in phases because I am like in the travel phase right now. And so, well, I really want to go to med school when I get older. And, but I also really like beach volleyball. So I was thinking about playing dual when I was in high school, but not a lot of programs like to do that because like you miss out on the spring. But maybe after 4 years of indoor, either I play like pro internationally or I can go play beach volleyball somewhere. So hopefully those two are in the options.
I think you'll definitely have options with how your arm is crazy. Um, I mean, you can speak on it because I feel like you hit the hardest in the gym. Like you have to if you all record it. I mean, do you all have those stats? Am I crazy?
I don't know if we've like recorded it yet. We have the little speed thingy,
Yeah.
which I think mine's probably up there, but yeah, I just have to
No,
be
there's.
this spring I'm really gonna work on like my shot selection. Like that's something that I really
Mhm.
learned a lot from Eva is like, dude, she like has every single shot, like high line
Every
cuts,
single
like
shot.
every single shot. And like we get in these like high pressure situations, it's like I don't even know what shot she's gonna hit because she just has such a
She knows
big
everything.
range. Yeah, and
And
it's
she
really
swings at
hard.
everything.
Yes, and it's really hard to defend. Like whenever we'd play her like in practice, I'm like, dude, like I don't know what she's gonna do because she has so much range. And so I think I
Mhm.
really want to work on in the spring.
Yeah. I remember like obviously when you all, when Kentucky was playing Wisconsin, the big debate was like Eva versus Mimi. And I love them both. Like they are both amazing outsides, obviously. But I was like, I feel like with Eva, she's just less flashy. And I'm always big on like, you got to score the points. And in the postseason, like Eva just found ways to like turn like garbage into like out of system plays. Like, like
Yes.
just high
Yeah.
balls inside, like 5 feet in and 10 feet off, and she was scoring. And I'm like, how is she scoring
It's
on me?
because she touches like freaking 10-8. Like so I'm like,
When
I can't even do that if I wanted to. Like
no, literally, there was like so many times where like you could just tell she was pissed, and then she would just take it up a notch on her vertical and
I
just
know.
go
I'm like,
over
don't sit her
everybody.
down. Don't sit her down because that's actually gonna make her play better. Like
Yeah,
don't be the bear.
there was it was in the finals, and it was like you could just tell she was so mad, and then all of a sudden she goes like over everyone, and I was like, it's like she's a scary woman
Yes. I know.
in a good way. But I'm like,
I
oh, I would
love
not want to mess with her.
and isn't she's playing tonight, right? At
Did she play tonight?
Atlanta.
I have it all of their games in my calendars. Let
I
me see.
can't keep track of all of them.
So no,
Guys,
Nebraska
just
played.
combine and make one league, please.
Please make my job easier, right? Um, when is Atlanta gonna play? Because I don't have them on my
I don't think they've haven't
calendar.
been before. Yep, this
I
year
don't think they've played yet. Maybe they had a game. Oh, wait, there it was.
today,
At
right?
6. Yeah, they played at
Oh, they've already played.
wait, what's today's date? No,
11?
that's next Sunday. I don't know. They play soon, but I don't think they've played yet, which is crazy because everybody else has already played like twice.
Yeah.
Um, but no, I mean I'm all in favor of both pro leagues. I like them both. I think MLV has stepped up a lot this season from their previous seasons, but I just I'm like everybody's always like just combine, and I'm like yeah, but they're too busy competing with each other, so
Yeah.
they're not going to combine.
I don't really
Unfortunately,
know like the logistics or anything, but like there's not a lot of like pro things in the US, like NBA, WNBA, like there's not like two of them. There's like only one.
right?
And I just feel like it'd
Or
be
there
good
used
for
to
the
be, and now
sport.
there's not. Yeah,
It'd just be so much better for like the sport and like women's sports just to have
yeah.
one and it's like
And it's
boom,
like
revenue.
15 teams, 16 teams.
Yeah.
Because like
Um,
everybody in both leagues is like good enough. Like there's maybe like 8 total players across both leagues that I'd be like, okay, I could replace you, you know? Like I could replace you with somebody different. I think they've done a good job of selecting people for the leagues.
yeah.
But um yeah, it's a lot to keep up with. And then like where to watch everything. I'm like, I don't even know.
I hope no one comments on my earrings. They're
I
like two
think
different sizes. Can you notice that?
oh, well, I didn't until you said something.
I lost the other one and I'm too lazy to look for it. That's been my like number one. I like lose so much stuff. It's I don't know why. I just have really bad habit. I like leave something somewhere and I'm like, okay, look, when I come and look for this in like 2 days, I'm gonna remember and then I don't. So that's
Oh,
been my like New Year's resolution is to stop losing stuff.
yeah, felt. Now, we don't have to talk about it, so that's up to you. But
Okay.
um it I obviously had thoughts that after the game that people would transfer just personally because like I mean especially in today's day and age people want to play. And so I feel
Hmm.
and I see no problem with it. I don't think that I mean I love Kentucky. I think it's the nature of the beast of playing at a really good school is that when some people think they want to play, they're going to leave. So and you all were so close. So like, do you all still keep in touch? And like, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
expecting that you do. And like, what was that like? I mean, I'm assuming they probably even came to you like for advice and stuff, or whoever they're close with on the team.
Yeah, obviously it's like really hard because for
Mhm.
one, like our team is so close. Like I'm not joking, like we are all like best friends and it's so rare. Like Eva and Lizzie were coming when they came, they were like, this is not normal for us to be like hanging out like outside of volleyball,
Oh,
us for all to be getting coffee and like going to like apple orchards and taking pictures. So I know it was like super hard for them, but yeah, it's like college athletics is so physically and mentally demanding. Like it's really hard to not play, but there's no bad blood. Like we're still in touch with all of them. Like
yeah.
talk to them in person, and yeah, I just hope they end up at a good place with a good program and good people.
I love that. And I think that Craig does a really good job with like when people leave, he's always just like, I wish them
Yeah,
the best. And,
yeah,
I really do have a lot of respect for him. I think he's a really, really good coach, one of the best there is. And I think he does his best to prepare everybody and like pour into everyone, whether they start or they're on the bench. And so I think that, if people think they can start somewhere else, I see absolutely no problem with that. And I say that about every program. I think
yeah,
that if people want to leave, I say go for it if they're going to be happier. That's all
yeah,
I'm for. So
yeah,
I love that you all keep in touch, and I think that's also rare when people leave schools that they don't always stay in touch with their old teammates. So
yeah.
lots of respect there. Um, do you want to talk about the dynamic with like like who was the leader last year? Like with Eva, I mean, obviously Eva was one of them, but I feel like Molly brings something different coming from the libero position, and like you bring something different because you're just so fiery, and Brooklyn's very steady. So like I know you have a lot of different personalities that all like came together super super well. I thought.
Yeah, I feel like on the bench it's really good whenever all of us are like bouncing off of each other and stuff because everyone has like different preferences of like how they like feedback and like what kind of works for them. So like more people like will take BK's like steadiness, Eva's like fireness, and then Molly does a really good job of just like calming us down and like she has a really good game IQ, so she does a really good job of just like communicating shots for us and stuff. And then yeah, our assistant coach Mare is awesome. She is freaking awesome. And you know her, right? Because like
Yeah,
you
we played a couple tournaments together when
okay,
I was
yeah,
at
dude,
Kentucky.
she's awesome and she
I
always knows what to say at the right moments.
I love her so much. And when she transferred from, because obviously I was there when she played, when she transferred from Moorhead to play, because she was I don't know how much y'all know about her before she came to Kentucky, but
Yeah.
she was like the star of her college team before she transferred to
Yeah.
Kentucky. And so like when we first met, I was just like, hey, like you willingly gave up like being a star at a
And like
D1
playing
program
a lot of
to
playing time.
like, and she was like, I want to coach. Like, I really am so passionate about it. And like,
So
I can literally still
like,
text her, and she's like always so sweet.
yeah, she is awesome. She's an awesome coach. I feel like our whole entire staff is just very like they all have very different like coaching styles, but like in personalities, and it's like it's so good to have different people that can communicate differently because everyone is not the same and everyone kind of needs different feedback at times. And so yeah, I feel like all of them are so awesome.
Yeah, and I'm glad. Hopefully, not too many coaching changes next year. I know it's always hard, even just when
I
you
know,
have.
I'm like scared.
I
I'm
know,
like
like when Ben left, I was like, God dang it! Like another person's leaving again. Like
I
because then like
know.
and then Lily
Max,
left,
yeah.
but I knew that Lily was leaving. But
Yeah. She's in Italy living her best life,
living
like
her
a
best life.
Pilates coach. I'm like, dude, that's so her.
Yeah,
So her.
that's living her best life. But we all knew she was leaving because she did her contract. It was like, all right, good job.
Yeah.
I'm out.
And she just got married to
Yeah,
uh
yeah, absolutely.
and
They're
like
so cute together too.
whole
It's
dude, I
sad.
freaking love them. They're such a power couple. Like
They they're
I'm
scary. They're like intimidatingly hot. They're so
dude, power couple.
literally and so athletic. Come on, Olympic babies.
I know, I'm like that kid's about to be like 6'4",
Uh,
like really
yeah.
athletic.
Selfishly, I wish that Madison would start playing again, but
Oh my gosh, shame. She was so good. Sometimes she would like, cause we had a good amount of injuries last, or like, I don't know if it's like, is it last year
I
counted as
your
like
freshman year, I don't know.
okay, my freshman year?
Yeah,
When she got hurt, when a bunch of people on our team got hurt, she would like come and play outside randomly and just would like,
she can
tool,
do everything.
like literally just whip off of us. And I'm like, she doesn't even have knee pads on. I'm like,
No, literally, she's
"Damn."
insane. Whenever I'd go to the games when she was there, like she could top spin serve too. And so like whenever that Kentucky would be up by a lot, I was always like in the student section, like
What
grabbing
up,
at her.
bro?
And I'd look at her and I'd be like, come on, top spin. And she'd look over. Because at the time Jeff was the volunteer assistant before he went to A&M. And so she would look over at Jeff and then Jeff and Craig would be like, yeah, go for it. And I was like, she's literally so good at everything. It's insane.
Yes, yes.
But she's living her best life. She's happy. She's content. And that's what matters, even though I definitely wish that we get to see her
I
play
know.
some more. Um, and how is the new assistant? I actually don't know a whole lot about the new assistant coach.
Amaya or
I
Kyle?
love Amaya. I love Amaya, but
I love Kyle.
whoever replaced Ben.
Kyle Longo.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, he's from TCU. He's awesome. He's very like at first he was really quiet and then he like settled in and he's like top five like funniest people I have literally ever met.
Really?
He's like, you know the people where they're like smart and their jokes are like funny and you're like, wait. Like he'll like
Hmm.
say something like kind of quietly and I'm like that joke kind of took like me some brain power, but it's really funny.
Is
Like
it kind of went over my head, but like I understood.
I'm like, wait, pause. That was so funny. Like he'll say things that, and then he makes like memes. So like every single game day, we're watching like film and going over like attackers and stuff. He makes like a game day meme, basically of like a compilation of like all the funny things that happened up until that to our match.
Yeah,
And
I
yeah,
kind of love that.
literally so funny.
I kind of love that. And that actually helped me have another question I meant to ask, and I haven't yet. With scouting, I always say this. One thing that I feel like Craig Skinner does so well is scout. I
Mm,
think that he does so good. So like, and don't go into any secrets, obviously, but like, what do you think makes your all scouting reports different? Because I feel like every time I'm like, okay, he needs to exploit that because like I study a team as well, and then every time it's like, boom, to a T, he just like exploits every team's weakness when they
yeah,
play.
yeah. Um, So our all I think all of our coaches kind of like help with scouting,
Hmm.
but I feel like a lot of the times like when we scout other teams, it's like they stay the same every single match, no like regardless of who they play. And
Hmm.
like for us that makes no sense because teams have different like players that are higher priority or they run
Hmm.
a different defense or they run it faster, things like that where they take into account and it's not like cookie cutter like we're going to run this defense every single game because like we don't change and they're
Hmm.
very flexible with things like that. And so I think that's why we've been really successful like in the SEC and in the tournament. It's just like our ability to like adapt to like what they're doing. Like if
Ah,
something on their side is scoring, like we need to change something on our side because obviously it's not working. And so yeah, I feel like we're very like on the fly, adjust. If
yeah.
something's working, use it. If it's not, fix it, like things like that.
I was gonna say I actually feel like in the Texas game in the SEC tournament, like I feel like it almost looked like you all were like, let Tori get her points kind of thing. And then you all kind of like flipped it and were like, actually, we're just gonna slow Tori down. And it was like I could almost see like a switch of like instead of letting Tori just do her thing, it was like actually we're gonna put more priority on like slowing Tori Stafford down. And it
Hmm.
was like crazy because it worked.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that game was so fun.
That game was so good. Your kill, like
It was.
I cannot imagine the
I
hype
was
you
like
had
screaming. I don't know
getting
if you.
that kill. I was like, I was screaming. I was like,
No, when I was hitting, I was like freaking screaming before I
oh, I
even hit
could hear.
the ball, and I think Stucky fan like clipped me. I was like, dang it.
Stucky fan.
Man,
That
who are
account
you?
was crazy.
Who are you, Stucky fan?
I literally that person was like, "Can I go live with you one day?" And I was like, "No."
Wait, you should do it. Like Stucky
So
fan
we can
face
see who they
reveal.
are.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause all
I
these
like
people want to
fell.
like say stuff to me, and I'm like, "You don't show your face on social media."
Dude, I like fell. I don't know what game it was. I like fell and slipped. And I
It,
knew when I slipped, I'm like, Cassie, please don't set me. And then she set me.
oh my God! And then yes, I know which game this was.
Like,
Was it the
Stucky
Wisconsin
fan
game?
that.
Was it the
No.
Wisconsin? No, it was.
It was like it was no, maybe the match before
I think it
Cray,
was definitely.
something like
It
that.
might have been Cal Poly.
Might have been. Wait,
No,
no.
because no,
It,
because
I
you
think it
all
was in
like
the
white
SEC. I
fans.
think it was SEC.
Okay, it might have been SEC.
Because I was like, immediately when I fell, I was like, Stucky fan is about to clip that and post it. Like, immediately.
It's so
Not even like the
crazy.
kill. I'm like, Stucky fan.
Like, leave me alone.
No. And of course, it was posted. So,
Yeah, but I
anyway.
mean, I was literally
You're on
like,
it. I'm like, how do you guys
when you
even watch that many
fell
games?
in that moment, I literally was screaming because I thought you got freaking hurt, and I
No.
was like,
I
no
just.
way.
Except that one time versus Wisconsin. That usually when I fall, it's like my fault, but I was like, wait, I
You said
don't know
I was
why I just
under.
threw that on my fault. It's impossible.
Oh no! Every time I'm like, because Lord knows I've had enough knee problems for everyone and their
It's
mother,
scary. It's so
and
scary.
it's scary. I mean, especially because you like what, like you know how to fall. Like there's a way. When you've hurt your knee before, you like know how to
Yeah.
properly fall without getting hurt
It's like
again.
actual like trauma. Like,
It
because
and no,
I
the
did it
PTSD
pass.
is crazy.
I did both. Yeah.
Did it passing?
Isn't that crazy?
I thought you did it hitting.
Oh, bro. Like both knees were like because like when you do push throughs and you like kind of cave
Oh,
in, like I
mm-hmm.
kept like caving them in without pushing forward. So like just
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
I think it was Natalie Foster serving at me, SMU.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally has a crazy serve and it got on
Yeah.
me so fast and I like couldn't get under it. So like my knees like just like collapsed and
Mm.
like boom. It felt like yo, this is about to be TMI, but it felt like chicken. Like I know. So then
Oh.
when I did it again, I was like, okay, maybe I just need to be done passing period. Like literally.
Oh no. People always ask me what's it feel like to cherry ACL because like all these people like 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 Livings from SMU when she went down people were like she'll be okay and I said no.
I
No.
and I was like, oh my gosh. It has
Immediately I
a
was
look.
like she just blew her knee out like ACL
ACL
everything.
has a look.
It does. And that honest to God, that poor girl I like messaged her immediately because like obviously I've blown my knee out twice
Yeah.
and
You've
I
done
was
two
just like
ACLs.
yeah, two ACLs in my left knee.
Same. Oh
You've torn
my.
your ACL twice too?
No, I did my MCL.
Oh,
I sprained mine.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I thought you were saying same with
Yeah,
the
knock
ACL.
on wood right now.
No, my first time I completely tore my ACL and I tore both meniscus and I played
Mm.
on it for a year, won tournaments and everything. No, I trust me, my doctor didn't even know how. Made no sense. And then my
You
second
need to
time,
walk.
no,
What?
that's what he said. He said I shouldn't even be able to walk. And I was over there like blocking, jumping, hitting in tournaments and like no big deal. And I think I'm just gonna say it was ignorance. Like I just like after 2 weeks I was fine. Like I was walking.
Wait,
Like
how did you do that?
I went
Is it
into
like huge
surgery
and
like
puffy?
huh?
Your knee like wasn't huge, like puffed?
No, it was right after I got hurt.
You
So
just like
that
ignore
then
it.
my dad has torn his ACL, so he was just like, "Oh, like after 2 weeks, if the swelling's not gone, like we'll get an MRI." And I was like, "Okay." And after 2 weeks, I was like back in the gym, and so it was fine. And then I literally went into surgery like pressing 1,000 pounds
Oh my
with
gosh.
no ACL. Like the MRI, there was no ACL in my knee at all.
Did you like feel like it was different?
So that's
Like
why I eventually got the
it
MRI.
like
I was playing in a beach tournament and I landed in like a divot. And when I landed, I felt my bones grind. And I was like, that's not normal. So I went and got the MRI. My doctor's like, it's probably nothing, like maybe a meniscus or something.
Boom, MCL gone. It's been gone.
ACL in both meniscus. And he was like, what? But the second wasn't as bad. The second time I partially tore my ACL and then I tore my lateral meniscus in three places. They were going to take my entire meniscus out. And I did a stem cell treatment. They took my stem cells out of my back and injected it into my knee and it healed everything.
Whoa.
Super
See,
crazy.
medicine is so cool. I gotta do it.
No,
I got
like stem cells are crazy
I got to do.
because I went to like three different surgeons with my second tear, and they all wanted to completely take out my ACL and do a new one and take out my lateral meniscus entirely. And I was like, I'm 25. That is not a solution for me. And no, the stem cells were completely fine. And then I just hurt my other knee. So I'm coming back from that too, unfortunately. I
Go
know.
go to yoga.
Trust me. And none of them are my fault. The first
Go to yoga.
ACLs, both times blockers came out of the net. Both times.
Okay,
And
yeah.
then this time it was a tight set, so I don't really blame the guy, but I like straddled when I like landed, so I didn't hit him. And then he like fucking bent his knees and knocked me, and it
Mm,
hyperextended my knee. So thankfully nothing's torn, but I'm just out for
okay,
like
good.
I don't know, a month. Um, basically whenever I can jump without my knee buckling, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But oh, I was gonna say, Craig Skinner does so good with teaching serve receive. I don't know. I mean, I don't know who does the serve receive for you all, but like I feel like Kentucky does really good about like improving their serve receive throughout the year. And then also I feel like I mean, I was pretty sure that Craig does the setting, coaches the setters, but that I know at the beginning of the season he didn't, and then I was told he did take the setting over. But
Mm.
whatever he does for both
Craig
those skills.
passing, Kyle setting, Mare hitting slash blocking, Amaya hitting slash blocking.
Okay, cool.
That was his
Yeah, I
settings.
know like because I know that Craig did Madison Lily. I knew that he
Mhm.
was the setting coach for Madison.
Yes.
And I knew that for Emma, obviously it was Madison.
Hmm.
And so I was curious, like I had heard that he kind of took setting over and then maybe didn't, and I wasn't sure. But whatever I mean, I feel like Cassie's right side and middle sets have always been pretty good, but I feel like in the spring her outside sets were a little all over the place. And then come the fall, I was like, whoa, this is a totally different player. Like
So,
she was nails with those outside sets.
yeah. We started like really because our offense with Emma was really, really fast. And so we started it with them and it was like really just kind of inconsistent with the hitters and the setters. Like I don't know if you watched our Louisville match in the spring.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Well, after that, we're like, okay, let's slow it down a little bit.
Yeah,
Eva loves it high because she can hit
get over.
over. Yeah. And so slowed it down, and I feel like that was just a lot easier, especially like we hit better in the season in medium versus perfect, which is crazy.
It is
And so I
crazy.
feel like it's easier to have to miss a little bit higher versus like in earlier we were
And I
like trying
noticed
to push the
she
pace.
started to miss higher, which I
Yeah.
thought was a good
Yes.
thing because like Eva just floats. It's freaking
Yes.
insane.
Yeah.
And then I feel like the long string sets are hard as a right-handed right side, um but like in system I feel like when it was a little bit in the medium it was good.
It was
That's kind of
better.
like the
I
system that
feel
I
like I
run.
could see the chord a little bit better versus like when
Hmm.
it's super fast, you kind of like have to pray that the set is perfect because if
Yeah, I always say like when I'm teaching setting and hitting, it's like if we're gonna run, like a zero tempoed offense, like we're gonna run super fast, you kind of have to let the set decide where you hit and
yeah,
hope that the set is there. And
yeah,
then the
because
medium, like,
you have a
yeah,
ton of freedom to like hit
agreed.
like what you want.
Yeah. I mean, no, there's no hypothetically. That fast, you would literally just let the set determine where you go,
Yeah.
which is tough, but once you kind of get that, it's good if the sets are consistent, but if she's not pulling the block, the whole point is to pull the block. And I feel like in the Louisville game, like the block wasn't pulled, so it didn't help.
Hmm.
Uh, I feel like it only worked with Emma just because I I didn't love the sets she made, but her technique was flawless. Like uh,
Like,
I'm her
dude,
technical ability is
up
crazy.
and like we pulled up in May because we were in Japan. I was like, dude, she's so good.
Yeah,
Like
Emma's
she
technique is
makes it look so
insane.
easy. Like I was like, dang, is setting like that easy? Like it literally just like
I I tell people all the time, I'm like, I didn't love the offense she ran, but her actual technique and technical ability was maybe the best I've ever seen. Like
mm,
genuinely.
yeah.
Like when it comes to just like textbook setting, like there is nobody else that she's the standard of textbook setting.
Dude, yes, I totally agree.
But I mean, that fast offense is crazy. Like it's so hard to run.
Oh, we played Oklahoma was super fast. Cal
Oklahoma was scary.
fast.
They ran it really well.
Fast. It's really hard as a blocker, especially like it really forces you to serve tough because if they're in system, it's like they're hitting like 800. Like
Yeah.
can't stop them.
Well, I mean, you all did, for the most part, serve really aggressive all year, which I always told people when they were like, "Oh, this team's gonna give Kentucky some trouble," and I was like, "That's because they have not played a team that can actually serve." Like I say that all the time. You all must do a lot of serving practice because I feel like Kentucky
A
always
lot.
has a strong server.
A lot. Like
It's
every single day.
you know
Don't
what they
worry.
say, it's the one skill. Yeah, it's the one skill you can control.
Yeah.
But I don't have a whole lot else to ask you, but if you want to have any like parting thoughts or anything you want to add, I'm all ears. Looking forward to next year, any insight, anything for your future, whatever.
Um, I wish you would have told me this before, so I could have came up with them.
I know, I was like, I need to start like making questions up. I just kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
say whatever comes to my brain.
Loki, I like cannot think of any. I don't
Mm.
know.
You guys send me the list of when this coaching camp is so I can come up there.
Yeah, the summer ones. Those are fun.
Yeah, the summer ones. Yeah. I got asked to do them one year, but I had a blown out knee. But that
Mm.
was when my friend was doing them. But no, I would love to come up there. I mean, obviously I still have family up there, so I'd love to come kiki, hang out and
It's so
do
fun.
whatever. Yeah. But if there's nothing else you want to add, you look amazing and thank you so
Right.
much for coming on. And I wish obviously gotta rep Kentucky always. So
Okay, Car.
period. Period. Come on. So obviously I want nothing but the best for my cats and hoping that you all have just as much success in the fall.
Thanks.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, see ya.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.